Welcome back to the Howepodcast101. I am Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Lucas Mitchell, and we're also joined alongside
Noah Riley.
And today we have a great podcast for you today.
Very excited for this. Very, very excited.
You guys know the drill.
Well, it's a little bit different today, actually.
Kind of.
We have our very first in-studio visual guest.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Instead of being on the phone, you know.
Yeah, on the phone. We are going to be joined by Monte Walker here soon in about 8 minutes.
Yep.
So make sure to stay tuned for that. Of course, you know the drill. How101.com is our website. You want to contact us, howpodcast101@outlook.com.
And make sure you know How 101 has, you can donate, you can also buy merch, and find out about us.
Absolutely. And look, let's point out the top 10 for today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let them know today.
Yeah,
a little bit ahead of time.
We made it ourselves.
Interesting.
So.
This is our first ever unveil of our own top 10 list. I guess Noah is going to react to our top 10 list. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Do you like
Sounds
burgers?
Yeah, I like burgers. Yeah.
Well, you're about to figure out the top 10 burgers in our area.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good teaser right there. Okay. Then we got one more thing. But in our one more thing, we're going to be telling you the story of how the podcast started and how it's improved by like 9,000%.
Oh, yeah.
Over the past few weeks. Mostly since Christmas, it's improved a lot.
And don't forget our NFL segment.
It is hard to do that
after interview. But
oh, yeah. Around the
know-
NFL. We do have a Super Bowl matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Our Super Bowl matchup, and you want to talk about what we're doing next week, because next week the Super Bowl party at First Baptist Church of Howe is going to be held right in this area, this building that we are currently in, the youth building. Yes, and we are going to go live and interview people and ask them what they think of the game, what they think of the commercials. I'm definitely excited for that one.
Also, thank you, sponsors, Hannah's Cafe and Market. We have Don's Smokehouse, Palio's, Medford Chiropractic. Oh, that went off. Oh, well. Medford Chiropractic and Family Wellness in Denton.
Damn.
And FBC Howe Studios.
Thank you. Oh,
Ooh.
that was good. I'm impressed with that. Yeah, the studios have been fantastic lately. This new stuff, we haven't really dealt with much echo as of late, so I don't really see what I mean. Like.
And along with Echo, we're planning on getting some sound panels and some decoration for that as well.
Yeah, we're gonna look into those, see what everything implies with that, and I believe that's gonna do it for this segment.
That's gonna do it for the intro segment.
Coming up next, we're gonna be joined by the voice of the Howe Bulldogs, Monte Walker. We'll do it right after this. Hey Lucas, who's your favorite chiropractor?
Rachel Medford, of course.
Medford Chiropractic has the best chiropractic service in Texas, but they also have the best massages and more.
They have massages?
Yeah, and they are awesome.
Yeah, you can find more information on medfordchirotx.com.
That's medfordchirotx.com.
Medford Chiropractic and Family Wellness at 2412 Old North Road.
940-535-7067.
That is their phone number. And Dr. Rachel Medford, awesome personality, and she's a great person.
Welcome back to the Howepodcast101. I am Jake Roberts, joined alongside Okay.
And we're also joined alongside...
Monte Walker.
And we're also joined alongside our producer.
Noah Riley.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Thanks for being on the show.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Also,
Well, absolutely.
We want to thank you about the shout-outs that you've given
Oh, yeah.
on our papers and throughout the football games.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun. It's fun. I like to see what you guys are doing. So it's always good to have young talent step in and do some broadcasts.
I don't know if you would describe us as talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you are involved in a lot of things.
I wear a lot of hats.
I'm going to go ahead and go down this list and name it. City of Howe Economic Development Director, Howe Enterprise Owner and Editor, Howe Area Chamber of Commerce Board Member.
President now.
President, okay.
Step up.
That's new, okay. All right, Howe Development Foundation, Howe Youth Sports Association President and broadcaster for 27 years. So, number one, how do you have time for all of these things?
Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot of sleep goes on.
Okay.
But
Well,
Yeah, but as far as the broadcasting goes, that started when I was almost your age. I was
Okay.
19, and I've got tapes of some of those games I did when I was 19. No one will ever hear them because they're awful. Awful.
Yeah, that's like our first episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a little bit rough.
Yeah, but it gets better. As
It-
you know, it gets better. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So, what questions do you have today?
Well, we'll start with this. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I grew up here. I'm from Howe.
Okay.
My parents are from Howe. They both graduated here from Howe High. My grandmother graduated from Howe High in 1932, I think it was. So we're deep rooted here. I graduated here in 1992. Played football, basketball, baseball, track, all of that. I became a huge Bulldog fan when I was young. Massive. I mean, I ate it up. When on Friday nights, the thing to do back then, and it still is, go to a Friday night football game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a little kid, it was kind of cool because I'd see players like Randy Gear run for 98-yard touchdowns and stuff like that. The concession stand was at the other side. Y'all know that?
Really?
Yeah, it was on the south end zone.
When they moved that?
Where the kind of the pavement is on the back of the end zone, that's where the concession stand was. Anyway, at some point they changed it. I don't remember what year. But 1985 is when Howe went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs.
Okay.
And that's when I got bit by the bug. All right, this is cool. And so I remember going to a regional championship game in Corsicana. Howe played Groveton. Groveton was always either the state champion or runner-up.
Okay, yeah,
And so
that's that team.
it was really the first time Howe was on the big stage.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. And we went down to Corsicana to see that game against Groveton, and Howe had a chance to win that football game. They got beat 16-14, but that put Howe on the map football-wise. So the following year, and that was when I was in 6th grade. So 7th grade, they went to the playoffs again, and one of my favorite players was Stephen Ogle. He was a running back, and back then they ran the wing T. So it was run,
Yeah.
kind of like Dale West type football, right? Stephen Ogle was 5'0". So Stephen, I don't know exact height if you're listening, but he's taller than 5'0".
Okay.
But fast as lightning, had great moves. He was just amazing to watch. Barry Sanders type of runner. So he wore the number 20 for Howe in that 85 season. So the next year, I was in 7th grade football, and I had to wear number 20. So I got number 20 because I wanted to be like Stephen Ogle, right? Because I was a running back. So anyway, I just got bit by that bug, and then 86, they made the playoffs. 87, they were really good. They went 8-2, missed the playoffs. They only took 2 teams in the playoffs back then.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Thomas Troxell broke his arm at Bell's, and he wasn't able to play the finale against Tom Bean, who was pretty good that year. And without Thomas Troxell at linebacker, Tom Bean just ran all over Howe and kept him out of the playoffs at 8-2.
That's a good record. to be
Yeah,
kept
they
out of
were
the playoffs.
really good too. So the following year was 88, and I was a freshman, and I got called up at the very end of the year. I didn't get into the game, but I was in the locker room at Tom Bean for that revenge type of, that Dan Campbell type of interview. Or, we were going to bite some kneecaps that night over in Tom Bean, but so. I got to be a little bit a part of it for the first time. I got to wear the black pants with the thick gray stripe and the dogs on the helmet, and I finally had and it was Coach Fryer who was the coach of the 85 team. Now I am in the locker room. He knows who I am, and that was so cool. And that was a huge moment for me. Sophomore year, we went. The goal was kind of the 3 rounds deep because that's where Howe went in 85. Yeah. So that's where that's our goal. So my sophomore year. We ended up going 3 rounds deep, and that was kind of cool. We went. I was a slot receiver in what was then pegged running shoot offense. It's now a spread offense, but back then we were like the first in Texas to run that type of offense, and we threw for 300 some odd yards a game, which nobody did back then. So that was really fun. So the next year, my junior year, we went 3 rounds deep again. We ended up tying Salina in the first round, and we advanced on penetrations because we didn't have overtime back then. So
How do you-
yeah, we tied. So then it goes to stats.
Oh, okay.
We had more penetrations than they did, so we advanced to the next round. That was a 14-14 game. So we go to play Alney the next week at UT Arlington, and guess what we did? We tied again,
Seriously?
10-10, and we were tied in penetrations. So then it goes to first downs, and we had a lot more first downs than Alney did. So we advanced again on a tie. So here we are in the regional championship game for the second year in a row, and we're playing Mart. And Mart is really good. And we lost so many players the week before to injuries. The turf back then isn't like the turf today. It was basically a rug. It's like this carpet in here on this concrete. It was really, we lost a lot of kids to injury. And so we got beat 28-0. And the headlines in the Herald Democrat said, Mart beats Howe on points, traditionally. So, but it was a fun high school football career, you know, and the next year, my senior year, we won district, and we gave up the least amount of points in like 70 years for Howe. We only gave up 40. We scored more points on defense than we actually gave up. So that was that was pretty fun. But we won district. We ran into a buzzsaw on our rival Van Alstyne in the first round of by district, and they beat us over there. So that kind of ended that. Baseball, I played baseball. We were ranked third in state my sophomore year. We were ranked first in state. My senior year, we went 27-3. I got ejected from the last game I ever got to play. In the playoff game, that's not something you want to be known for. Played varsity basketball my freshman year. Was a starter there, and so that was probably the most difficult because the game goes so fast. It's much different than 8th grade basketball. I got to tip my hat to Jacob Campbell because to be able to come into that situation right now on varsity as he is as a freshman, and to see the floor like he does, it's pretty remarkable. It took me about 5 games just to get used to the speed of the game, the difference of it. So, but from that point on, I had a lot of opportunities to play college football and college baseball. Didn't go that route. Was kind of burnt out. Was asked to walk on at Texas Tech to play football out there. Didn't do it. I just didn't have the fire anymore. I couldn't imagine suiting up and wearing the red and gold Austin College. Just didn't have the same.
Yeah.
It just didn't do it for me. So, and I remember talking to David Norman at Austin College, and he really wanted me to play football there, and I really wanted to play baseball. I was kind of done with football at that point. I already had an ACL injury and a repair and all of that. But I remember saying, I'd love to play third base and outfield here, for Austin College. He said, we'd love to have you. And you could play third base and outfield and tight end and linebacker and punter and kicker. I'm like, oh, no. I don't really think I'm still interested in football. But so anyway, I still got to be around the game a lot because of a guy named Lynn Burkhead. And he actually broadcasted that Salina game my junior year where we tied 14-14.
Okay.
So he broadcast that game with a friend of his named Bob Sullins. And those two guys were working Denison games and Sherman games together. And so 1994 rolls around, a couple of years after I graduated, and I get a call from Lynn. He says, "Hey, you think you'd be interested in doing sidelines for us on the radio?" And I thought, yeah. So that's how I got my start, but I was no different than you guys. When I was a kid, we didn't have cable, so we did later on, but early on we didn't. So the Texas Rangers, and I'm a huge baseball fan, huge Ranger fan. So I'd watch the Rangers on TV when they were out of town because they'd carry the road games, but the home games were on HSE, so I couldn't watch them. So I spent a lot of time on the back porch scoring a game. Get the notebook, get the scorebook and the pencil, and score the game, listening to the radio. And I did that all summer long for years. And one thing it does, when you score the game, you start to understand it a lot better. And listening to the broadcast, it's a totally different element.
I like radio better than TV for football.
Well, I do for all sports. Y'all don't. You're in a generation where it's all visual. Everything is visual.
Obviously.
Yeah, and we didn't have that. I mean, we did, but we still had the element of radio. And it's no different than, everybody will tell you what's better, the book or the movie. Well, the book is always better because you create your own characters in your head, and they do the things that you see them doing instead of the picture already painted for you. You do it yourself. You create and imagine. And with baseball and radio, it was the same way. Ruben Sierra and Juan Gonzalez and Rafael Palmeiro. I mean, they were my favorite players. But I grew to learn at some point that I was really more interested in Mark Holtz and Eric Nadel, the broadcasters. And I don't know when that was, but at some point I thought, man, that's what I want to do.
They still had Eric Nadel?
Yeah. Yeah, he started in 1977.
So he's like Brad Sham. He's been around for a while.
He's been around forever, yeah.
Okay.
But and as good as Eric is, he doesn't compare to what Mark Holtz was. Holtz was amazing play-by-play guy in baseball. Just amazing. And but anyway, that's how. And I love Brad Sham. Listen, I used to go out to Lubbock and visit some friends out there, and I made sure I came home on Sundays during the Cowboy games so I could take up that crazy 6-hour drive with at least 3 hours of football, and Brad Sham, and that stuff was great. So, but that radio part of it, listening to games on the radio, because they paint the picture for you and you create it in your mind, and it's no different than reading a book, and it's just fabulous. And when I got started into doing broadcasting in high school sports, I relied a lot on that background of listening to the radio as a kid and scoring those games and stuff like that, and it just became something that I've done every year since I was 19 years old, and it's just part of what I do. It's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely how you start. And I mean, we are going to tell our story about how we started in one more thing later, so that's a good teaser for that. But here, we'll move on with this. What has been your favorite part of the community of Howe?
Oh, gosh. There's so much. The school, is a big part of, everything I'm involved with. When you're a community developer, such as my position, the school is a huge part of that. Because the school is a big part of the community. Yeah. And the city of Howe, you have to remember, is only about 3,200 people. That's the proper population of Howe, thereabouts. The community of Howe is much larger than that, because that extends into the ISD school zones and boundaries, which is there's about 8,500 people that call Howe home. So, but the favorite part of of the community of Howe is probably the togetherness, the small town knit. When you're young, you don't like that everybody knows everything about you and knows your parents and but when you're older, you get to realize, man, that's kind of cool that people watch out for you, and they're doing it really with good intentions and positive. I guess the fact that when I moved into the position that I'm in, and I had every old lady in town stop by my office and just, they'll bring me peach cobbler one day, and, it's just that you just can't beat that. And that's what I love about Howe, Texas, is the people in the community here.
That was a good answer.
Small town, big people. Or small town, big God.
Yeah, small town, big God. Yeah, I mean that's what this city is and this community is, and I hope that never changes. As far as the small town feel, yeah.
What Howe sport do you think has the most promising future?
Gosh, hey, that's a good question, because they all right now have.
They're all looking on the up.
The arrow is pointed straight up for the program right now. Football has the toughest probable because they have the toughest schedule and the
Yeah.
toughest district, and it's going to be tougher for football at least one more year. And who knows what happens after we get out of this district? I mean, it's like the little Big 12. It's terrible. I mean, who wants to play Commerce and Mineola and Mount Vernon, and it's not fair. It's not right. And the sad part is Howe has a lot of good football talent right now and young talent, and they're going to be better this year. They're going to be a lot better this year. But you're still in that district that's going to be very tough. And it's hard to compete when you're one of the smallest schools in the entire state of Texas in Class 3A Division I. It's just hard to compete. Anybody with any amount of talent would be hard to compete with those kind of numbers. Basketball wise, I think Howe's got a great upside.
Well, they've got an upside this season.
They've improved by 16 points per game allowed. They allowed 56 a game last year, allowing 40 this year. A lot of that goes into head coach Jay Forsyth and what he brings is North Carolina style basketball, which is fun to watch. So much more fun than just dribbling down the court and jack 'em up Sally, 45 three-pointers a game. I'm like, come on. It's kind of like the 7-on-7 in football. It's like, please, let's have some kind of organization to the sport, please. And finally, boy, Forsyth's come in and they're picking and rolling and they're playing defense or moving their feet. And it shows. It shows in the stat book. It shows on the scoreboard. They've really improved. They've got 8 wins on the season right now. They had 8 wins last year in 27 games. They have, or 25 games, I think. I don't remember. But they've got 8 wins right now, and they've played 13 games. So, huge improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, they're going to lose Noah Campbell. They're going to lose Jake Faubacher. They're going to lose Colby Taylor. So they're losing, some senior talent there, but they're going to have Austin Haley for 2 more years. They're going to have Jacob Campbell for 3 years. I mean, there's a lot to. They're going to have Cooper Jones here pretty quickly. Matthew Bearden. I mean, they're Carson. Everybody forgets about Carson Daniels right now, just because he's been hurt. That's a good athlete right there, and he's going to help. There's just some good talent in basketball. Now, here's where I'll say the upside, the best upside, may be baseball. Just because there's so much of that talent there. And they're not in that crazy district, So they're kind of in the middle of the pack as far as the enrollment is. So you're going to compete with Whitewright instead of Commerce.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. So you've got really outstanding baseball players. Austin Haley. You've got Cooper Jones. You've got
Noah Riley.
You got Noah. Yeah. You've got. Carson Daniels is just he's about as good as you can get swinging a baseball bat. There's a lot of good young talent for baseball. So if I were to have to pick, if you have to put me on the spot, I'd say baseball is probably their biggest upside.
I have a question. I'm not very familiar with it, but the Howe Chamber of Commerce. So what is that, and what is your role in it? Okay.
So back in 2015. Now, let me backtrack. The first ever Chamber of Commerce for Howe started in the 1960s. And somewhere in the 1970s, my grandfather got to be the president of that organization in the mid-70s. So he used to run the Howe Enterprise, by the way. And so I'm kind of walking in his footsteps, which is kind of cool. So what the Howe Area Chamber of Commerce is, it's for members of the business community. It's really to help shop local. We want all of our businesses to succeed in the highest fashion. So I'm glad that you have advertisers like Polio's and the ones that you do, because all of that helps. We want our local businesses to succeed, because here's what people don't understand. And if we take our dollars and we spend them in Sherman, well, every portion of whatever you buy stays in that city and the sales tax. So Sherman, 8.5% of your cheeseburger in Sherman is going to the city of Sherman to fix a street or to whatever they need to do in Sherman. If you buy a burger at Abby's, 8.5% of that burger stays in Howe.
It also goes to Abby's, which is a local business.
All the money goes to Abby's except the sales tax, obviously, which stays in the city of Howe. Some of it goes to the state of Texas, obviously, but we get a portion of that to stay in the city of Howe, which we can use to fix infrastructure and stuff like that. So instead of when we spend locally and we capture our money within our own community, we're able to then spend the money in our community and help build our own community. And still, instead of helping build bridges in Sherman, let's build our own bridge, you know?
Yeah.
So we have memberships. So businesses join the Chamber of Commerce, and we in turn do things to help those businesses, help promote those businesses. And there's two pages in the Howe Enterprise each week dedicated to listing out the chamber members and where to go to shop and this kind of. If you need a plumber, you know, hey, there's Torque Plumbing in Howe, and you know, and you can the chamber helps you out with all of that.
See, I'm not very familiar with so many businesses, so I never really see the businesses out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see them sometimes. They're like if they're in your newspaper, they're on the wall right next to your office or anywhere else. I just don't really notice that they're really in Howe.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of businesses in Howe, and people don't realize how many there are. And when you go to start counting them, there's quite a few. And now there's a lot of home businesses thanks to COVID. There's a lot of businesses operating out of their house.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's created a different dynamic. But I will say, over this past year, what COVID has done is something shocking that I never thought or anticipated would happen, and that's our sales tax has increased over the previous years. And I thought once they shut all the businesses down, you know, we kind of had to huddle up and say, look, we're not going to be able to capture as many dollars this year as we did last year. So it's probably time to, you know, think about cutbacks on spending and budgeting and, you know, make some decisions right there. But what we found is, you know, that's where the chamber came in, and we did a lot of promotions for local businesses. We bought a lot of gift certificates to give away. We created that shop local dynamic, and
that was a big deal for a little bit to shop local to save the local businesses.
And it worked. It worked in a big league way, as we were able to generate more sales tax this year than we did a year ago, and by a lot. It wasn't just a little bit. There was a lot more spending in Howe, Texas this year than last year, and I never would have thought that. And plus, we had some real estate commercial real estate along the highway that flipped owners that I never would have thought would have happened, at least for the next 5 years. But COVID was that's an interesting dynamic. Interesting.
Yeah, well, it changed.
We'll always
everything.
Remember the 2020 year, won't we?
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to remember 2021 too.
Okay.
All right, we'll end with this. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
Well, you said the Bills were going to be there.
I did say the Bills. I was close. I said the Bills and the Buccaneers.
So, I'm really not a Tom Brady fan. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
Just because he wins so much.
Well,
he's really good.
There's that dynamic there too.
He's good. But I love Mahomes. He's a Texas Tech kid.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Sooner, and I will always be a Sooner. But my second team are the Red Raiders, and I'll go with Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'll do that.
I'm thinking Chiefs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely seems good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome to the Howepodcast101. Is that how you do it?
It's close. It's
Is that
close.
close? All right.
It takes some perfecting.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely.
You guys are doing a great job. One, keep it up. Keep doing it. If I can give you a word of advice as you go into your broadcasting careers and all that, prep. And when you get done with that, prep some more, because that's how you make yourself really good. At least if you're not prepared, you sound like you're prepared. All right. So that's
better than nothing.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Coming up next, I think we're going to be going around the NFL. We'll do it right after this. Don's Smokehouse is one of the best fresh butcher shops in Texas, but it's not just a butcher shop. It's home of the best jerky around and the famous Great Wall of Jerky, where you will find 17 different kinds of jerky, including bear, buffalo, elk, venison, turkey, and of course, beef and more. We are open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 6. Don's Smokehouse is located in downtown Howe at 111 East Hanning Street. Come on down for a free sample and experience the Great Wall of Jerky. Don's Smokehouse, the best jerky around. Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. I am Jake Roberts.
And I'm Lucas Mitchell.
Really?
Yeah, and we are joined by...
Noah Riley.
Awesome.
No way.
So we've got a good NFL segment for you guys today. We're going to be going around the table or around the NFL, and we're going to be focusing on the two teams going to the Super Bowl, the Buccaneers and...
The Chiefs.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to be talking about... So first off, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? In opinion and in facts.
You want me to do that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The Kansas City Chiefs have stats.
Yeah.
They have stats, and I know Noah disagrees with me. But do you have the Patrick Mahomes AFC Championship game stats?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and read
Do
those
you
off
want?
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and read those off.
Just all of them.
Just his yards, touchdowns, completion percentage.
Okay. He was 29 for 38 on completions with 325 yards with a 76.3 completion percentage, and 3 touchdowns with a average passing of 8.6 yards.
Do you know how good that is?
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
So stats win. If you can find the Brady stats
Yes,
too, that's
sir.
also a big factor there. But I believe the Bills are a fantastic team. And not only did they lose, they lost big. And that's what makes me think. And look, I picked the Bills and the Buccaneers. I was 50% there, and I was so close to getting the Bills into that and getting that dub on the predictions. Wasn't quite there. Maybe we'll get there next year.
I was also halfway there because I said Packers. That didn't happen.
Yeah. But mine was more unlikely. You all picked the likely Super Bowl. Well, no, it was just dead wrong.
The Ravens in the pack. That was that was 100% wrong. He didn't get 50% on that. But Noah, what do you think about the games? Do you think that either the Buccaneers,
The Buccaneers.
Oh my gosh, I did it again.
You said the Buccaneers
the
twice?
Buccaneers,
Oh, wow.
or the Chiefs, who's gonna win? Fact and opinion.
Fact, stat-wise, like Jake said, the Chiefs should win, but I believe in the Buccaneers.
That's exactly where I am with Noah. I agree with Noah.
I also agree with it. So I think it's around the table that we agree on that. The Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. I believe that the Chiefs have the biggest possibility to win, but Buccaneers will win. That's just how I see it.
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up something.
Nice. Also, so we have no overreactions or underreactions again, which is kind of sad. I wish we did have even though we don't have a game, I wish they would just have any overreactions or underreactions. Jake, you want to make up a weird, just an overreaction, underreaction?
Hey, I'll do that. Yeah, sure.
And then Noah can answer it.
Overreaction or underreaction? Patrick Mahomes
I knew you were gonna say that.
will be the greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL.
Ooh,
Overreaction or reaction?
Overreaction.
I also
Who's
think
better?
overreaction.
Brady. If Mahomes can win 6 Super Bowls,
This would be 2 if he wins. He'd
Yeah,
be,
if
he'd
he
be
can
a
win-
quarter. He'd be a third there.
See,
if he can win 6,
if he does win, then he will. That might be the thing. But Tom Brady, if he wins, if the Buccaneers win, I believe Tom Brady will be the best quarterback, stat-wise and opinion-wise. What do you think?
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what are you pulling up?
I am pulling up the biggest trade that I have seen in the NFL history.
Yeah, even Noah doesn't know this. Of course, I won't know it.
The Lions reportedly trade Matthew Stafford to the Rams for Jared Goff, for a third-round pick in 2022, a first-round pick in 2023, and another first-round pick in 2024. So they just gave up their future for Matthew Stafford.
I have no idea what that means or who that is.
Terrible trade.
A terrible trade.
Well, Matthew
Matt-
Stafford's underrated, but that's still a bad trade for all.
Matthew Stafford is not. Matthew Stafford is Yeah, he's underrated. Yeah, that's correct.
He's pretty good, but tacking on all those picks made it overkill.
Let me make sure. It's a 2021 third round pick. 2022 first round pick and 2023 first round pick. And Jared Goff. That's what that is. This is the biggest trade I've ever seen in NFL history. Frankly, do you not understand this?
I don't. How is it the biggest?
Well, it's 2 quarterbacks, 2 starting quarterbacks, 2 first round picks in the draft, and a third round pick. It's humongous.
Well, why do you think they did that?
Well, the Rams clearly do not believe in Jared Goff. And the Lions had mutually agreed to part ways with Matthew Stafford. So I think this is...
I mean, it's not really a terrible trade because they both got what they wanted, right?
I guess on the outside, of course, they both got what they wanted. But every trade that's ever happened in the NFL, both teams got what they wanted.
Yeah.
So... I don't know. This is a good trade, and I'm not a good trade. I think the Rams screwed their future over.
Yeah.
Now the Lions, their future's looking up now. They get 2022 and 2023. They will have 2 first-round picks, and then this draft they'll have 2 third-round picks. Yeah, I think this is fantastic for the Lions.
So you think on 2022 and 23, you think that the Lions will come up?
Yes.
It'll be circling the wagon, or did they even do that?
Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills.
All right. I guess that's really it for this podcast, unless you guys...
Not the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I keep on messing up the words.
Trying to get us out of it. Yeah, that's going to do it for this segment. Coming up next, we've got an interesting top 10. We've never done something like this before. The top 10 hamburgers.
That we've made ourselves.
Right after this.
First Baptist Howe Youth Services on Wednesday evenings is a great place to be. With ping pong, pool, basketball, gaga ball, hanging out with friends, and even a free delicious meal just in case you're running late after a long day of school. But the best part, you'll hear a message of hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. Brought to you by Wes Robertson, our youth minister, and music brought to you by our youth praise band. The youth building is located across the street from the main church entrance. Wednesday evenings starting at 6:30 and ending at 8. Hope to see you there. Howe First Baptist Youth. Small town, big God.
Welcome back to the Howepodcast101. I am Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Lucas Mitchell, when we're joined alongside
Noah Riley.
Yeah.
We are switching the narrative today.
Yep. No, turn down the sound a little bit. There
Just
you go.
a little bit. Yeah, I was about to say the same.
All right. So, of course, you guys this is the first time you guys know what we're doing for a top 10.
In a
we
while.
are doing the top.
Well, we used to
while.
tell them, but
The top 10 burgers, or what we
Local
do mean
burgers.
Not really local burgers. Just, I mean, there's one like in Sherman, and there 2 Sherman, 3 Sherman,
it's a lot of Sherman.
a bunch of Shermans. But we have that. But I guess let's get started. All right. So number 10.
Can I do the honorable mentions?
Yeah. No, we'll do that at the end.
No, I think we should do it now.
Oh, also, this is made by ourselves.
Yeah, Noah, you're going to
We're
react
cool.
to this, okay? All right, tell us what you think. Honorable mentions at number 15, we have Burger King foot lettuce. What do you guys think?
If anyone gets
That's
that
a joke.
Wow. Thanks, Noah. That cleared it up.
Should I do it in the voice?
Do it in the voice.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want on your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
I can do the entire thing.
But as it turns out, that may be exactly what you get.
And then it's like a 4chaner on something, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah. Just
That
a joke
was
for you
that was
guys,
just a joke for you guys.
because we don't feel like putting any honorable mentions in there.
Should we explain, by the way, at the Super Bowl party, we were just testing out the wireless mic to see if we can get signal in other rooms, and it looks like if the Super Bowl party is held here, if we can figure out how to do that, we're going to have a very tasty live show.
Ooh, tasty.
It's going to be tasty, just like these hamburgers.
Ooh,
that are all nice. You like that one?
nice,
Yes,
nice,
sir.
nice. Noah, what did you think about that?
Weird.
Of course. So
Noah's a man of few words.
Let's start out at number 10, where we have Sonic Burgers. Just normal burgers, really, from Sonic.
I'd agree with that.
You okay?
agree with number 10?
So
Sonic?
far, you're not gonna like
Object.
No, not right
Okay.
now. Sonic cheeseburgers aren't the best.
They're-
but
they're-
I really
they're
like
decent.
them. They're really good in my opinion. They got good
Now-
cheese. It's like McDonald's, but good.
Number 9 is something that I think is
Like-
the best fast food burger.
The fastest food
The
burger,
fastest
actually.
food. Like, well,
Do you ever buy like the 10 packs of burgers?
yes.
Like there's
from this
10
place.
burgers and you eat like 5
Brahms
of them.
is gross.
What?
What?
Gross. Their burgers are just disgusting.
No. Dude, they have
not
like the
enough
perfect
stuff.
amount of... No, yeah, it is.
What do you mean?
You get the plain cheese and the ham, the cheeseburgers, right? And then you just eat those only, okay? You don't even need ketchup.
I can eat like 4 of those and I won't be full.
I can eat 5 of them and I will
could
be.
eat
Yeah,
9
it's
of them,
disgusting.
and I would
I don't
still
like
want
them.
to
You don't
eat
like
them, even if
Brahms?
I was
Wow.
gonna
No.
die.
What about fries from Brahms? Do you like Brahms fries?
No, not really.
Brett is gonna
I'm not a
kill
huge
you.
fan of them.
I don't really like Brahms in general.
Really?
What about
Yeah.
their shakes, dude? I always
Their
get vanilla
shakes
shakes.
are, I mean, any milkshakes are really good.
But
Oh my
Brahms
gosh.
specifically is fantastic.
Not
Oh, yeah.
very
1
not much
million
better than
%.
the others.
Nah.
Their ice cream is good.
Okay, so this is in Jake's opinion, but number 8 is something I'm not very familiar with. I've never had burgers from here.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I said.
Texas Roadhouse burgers. Have you ever had these?
Yes.
Are they good?
No.
What? Your
I have no
opinion
idea.
on food sucks.
No, it's the best opinion.
You think Texas Roadhouse burgers aren't good?
No, I don't.
How dare he?
I just don't.
You need to try them.
What's so special about it?
I don't know. They're just it's
just
like
good.
They're high quality mostly is what you get from a Texas Roadhouse burger. I feel like a food critic
do
right
you
now.
get like medium rare? What do you get?
You can ask. I'm a medium rare guy.
I'm a medium person.
medium
I would-
rare, but like medium rare plus. So like in between medium rare and medium.
Oh,
I would
see.
put that at number like 30.
How do you
could
like your
think
burgers?
of 30 burgers above Texas
The
Roadhouse?
end of the list.
There's gotta
Just
be.
gross.
Nah. What? No. What do you get your burgers?
My particularly favorite burger.
No. I mean like medium rare. Like what?
Oh, just medium rare. Yeah.
Oh. Boo.
Normal.
Like medium. No, normal is medium in my opinion.
Next one is something that I'm not familiar with, never had, so I'm gonna let Lucas speak to this one.
Yes. So it is one and only burger for number 7. If you guys have not been here, it is second to one of
The
my
number
favorite.
3 on the list.
Yeah, it's second to number 3. That's in your opinion, but But like, I don't know. One and only burger, really good burgers. They have it's like the Brahms of good burgers. You know what I mean? Like if you had really good burgers, but they were like in Brahms bag. You know what I mean? Yeah, and their fries are really good as well. You get like a large
Who is
pack
it?
of them. What?
Who is it?
Who is what?
What burger place are y'all talking about?
One and only burger.
It's just a place in Sherman.
yeah,
Never heard that.
Yeah,
Never
it's really small. To be
Um,
honest.
Next is something that we've all heard of because it's like one of only like 4 restaurants in Howe.
They have
Abby's.
the best bacon burgers in Texas.
Their
You
Abby's,
mean in Howe?
Probably, yeah, same thing.
Abby's are pretty good. I like Abby's.
Do you
Abby's,
Do you
yeah.
think Abby's has the best burgers in Howe?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh gosh.
I mean, yeah.
Shots fired at Sonic.
Yeah,
I can see what
definitely.
you're saying.
Abby's
Yeah.
is better than Sonic.
Isn't like Abby's and Abby's and Sonic, right?
That's all we have.
That's all we have is burgers. Mm-hmm. That kind of sucks. I wish
Go
we
ahead
had
to number
more.
5 because this speaks more to you.
So number 5 is Freddy's. You guys love the double meat patties, right?
Yeah, I mean I like Freddy's is great. Do you like Freddy's?
I've never had Freddy's.
Oh my gosh.
It's in like between Sherman and Denison. You need to go there. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Their patties are
I'm
like
surprised you haven't.
thin and they're like
But they're
crispy
really
on the
good.
outside. It's interesting. It's an
You
interesting
gotta
dynamic.
You gotta have the sauce on it though.
Yeah,
Sauce makes it
Freddy's
so
is good.
much better.
I do like Freddy's.
And then number 4 speaks more to you as well.
MG's.
Yeah, I'd say
I
their burgers
like
are really
MG's.
good. They'd
But-
be in my top 3.
Oh my gosh! You know what we forgot?
What?
Whataburger.
That was my number 1.
Oh my gosh!
Number 1 is your
Yes.
Whataburger. It's
I
not on the
completely
list.
forgot a Whataburger.
Oh my!
We
dude,
forgot to
that
add
is-
it. We just thought of so many burgers that I agree that Whataburger's fantastic.
Yeah.
They are the best burger on the planet.
Do you want to knock out
Number 3. Can
No.
you say the name?
Vu's?
No.
What is it?
Vu.
Vu?
You just Vu.
Never had it.
We went there today for lunch.
Yeah, it was
They're really good.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so I had the burgers yesterday for dinner, and I had it for today for lunch.
That
Their
speaks to
burgers
it.
are so good, and it's not their burgers; it's a specific cook. You know what I
Really?
mean?
Okay.
You remember that guy who looked like a Kyle? Yeah. Can you imagine a Kyle?
A Kyle, what's that?
Just
a
a
Kyle.
stereotype.
Do you know, a stereotype.
Like if you were to look up someone
A white
named
dude with black hair. a
No,
goatee.
no.
That was pretty
Look
close.
up Kyle, and you'll understand. You know, like Kyle's drink Monster Energy drinks, right?
Yes.
They have a ton of them. They love them.
They
They
ride
wear
dirt
their-
bikes.
Yeah, they ride dirt bikes. They have like kind of a mullet, but not really. And then they'll have their hat backwards with no shirt on. If he had no shirt on, he'd be 100% Kyle.
We're just bullying this guy now. What if he listens?
How is he not a? But he's a Kyle. Like he has to be. I haven't asked for his name.
What if he listens?
Kyle makes the best burgers?
They were really good.
They're really good.
Now, these two are better.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think any of you have had number two. Number
I've
two is the
never had
Roost.
the
Have you ever
two.
been to the Roost?
I have
The
not.
Roost?
In Van
No.
Alstyne?
No.
I've heard of it, but I've never
Go
been there.
there. Honestly, we should all go there after the podcast tonight.
Wait, in Van Alstyne?
in Van Alstyne, yeah.
Oh, I've been there, but I think I ate like pizza or something.
Mm-hmm. Their burgers are so good. It's unbelievable. Like I'm not even joking.
I've never had their
They have
burgers.
like, you need to go there. Like maybe tonight we will go there after the podcast. I'm not
That
even
sounds
kidding.
good to me.
They are so freaking good.
Oh, we can't say the F word on here.
I
It's not,
said-
you could never do that.
No.
Even if you like accidentally slipped up, it would just not appear. It would just like be a speech bubble and it just disappears. You know what I mean? I bet you
Like
wouldn't-
clickbait titles?
I bet yeah, like
Jake G. Roberts says a swear
Bat-
word.
Battle Royale, Fortnite free V-Bucks.
And it's just like a picture of me like with like a
It's
caption.
Ali, eh?
It's like a caption over my voice, and it's like me in a mad like. It's like a caption at the top. Yeah.
Kid. All right, now
Can I say number one?
Number one is.
My dad's burger.
Let's go. Noah, what do you think about this?
Yeah. Not number one.
Yeah,
Whataburger's number one.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change.
They're good.
So, okay, number one. Okay, your dad's burgers really good. Okay, so I think the one time I had them was when I was like at your birthday. I don't know. It was like
Oh,
a
my
birthday
birthday,
party.
my birthday,
And he
yeah.
like cooked hot dogs and burgers.
Did you have
His
a burger?
burgers were pretty
Yeah,
good.
his burgers are really, and those were bad. Those were like burnt.
Oh yeah,
He
They
made
were
some
so good.
last night, and it's like they look weird because they have like onions on top, like cooked onions on top of them. It's like you
I
don't
love-
expect it to be good, but then you bite it, it's like
Oh,
it's like just that
It's just
juicy
too
taste.
good.
You know, was that a good like biting sound? Like no, it didn't sound like I was biting into something. No.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay, let's put together our top three. So I'm gonna have to say the Vu at number one. Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna say One and Only Burger at two. I'm gonna do for top four because why not?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say number three is Whataburger. And
Okay.
then number four is Freddy's.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
This
right there.
list, the top four on this list is perfect. My dad's burgers, the Roost, Vu's burgers, and MG's is perfect.
You really love the Vu's. The Vu.
It's three. Now five, I would have to put Whataburger, maybe six.
See, for
I
my
may
five.
sneak Texas Roadhouse in front of that, but
My five would just be the 10 burgers. The 10 cheeseburgers, like the package you get from Brahms. That would be my number five. Just
those are it's five.
Like,
It's not 10.
specifically.
It's five.
can't worry about it. We get like two.
It's a bag
two
of burgers.
packs.
Yeah, 2 bag of burgers, and you
Yeah.
can eat like as many as you want.
No, what do you think? What is your top five?
Yeah, top 5 hamburger. Turn from
Top
3 to
five.
5.
I'll do top three.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
It would be Whataburger's number one. Then it would be your dad's burgers probably. They're pretty good. And then MBG's.
Oh, I see.
Easy.
MBG's. You mean
MGs.
you mean MG's?
MBs or
You mean MGs, not MBGs.
I thought you said
GBs,
MBG's.
BGs.
No, MG's.
MG's.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, they're different.
No, MBG's is better than.
Oh, what? I've never had the burgers either.
I've never either.
They're good. They're
Are they?
huge. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna say the honorable mentions again because it's so good. Number 15,
Okay.
Burger
Here we
King
go.
foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want on your Burger King burger is someone's foot lettuce.
Okay, we're going to stop
fungus,
it
I
right
don't know.
there. Coming up next, we just got time for one more thing.
Hey, what's your favorite pizza place? Well, it's Palio's Pizza, of course. But Palio's also brings you the best fresh salads, sandwiches, pastas, and my favorite, wings. They have a great lunch menu, delicious desserts, and their drinks have free refills. Palio's Pizza is located at 303 West Hanning. We are available for dine-in or carry-out. Order online at www.palioshow.com or call us at 903-532-0390. Palio's Pizza in Howe.
If you are craving some fried rice, egg rolls, boba tea, beef teriyaki, or my favorite, sesame chicken, then Hannah's Cafe and Market is for you. It's the newest restaurant in town, and for all you Bulldogs, there is a 10% student discount for a limited time. Hannah's Cafe and Market is located at 105 South Denny Street in Howe, just north of the First Baptist Church. You can find them on Facebook or call at 903-532-0529. Hannah's Cafe and Market. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Lucas Mitchell, and we're alongside
Noah Riley.
One day, the legendary Noah Riley will be on camera,
That'll be fun.
but it all depends on you.
Yeah, if you guys subscribe, yeah, let's do this. If you guys, we forgot the sellout moment about YouTube.
We'll do that in the end.
Oh no!
But for now, we're gonna say 80 subscribers. That's 10 subscribers, because we are at even 70 now.
Yeah, and if you guys can reach 80 subscribers in a month, that's kind of that. I mean, we got like 10 subscribers left. You know,
That's 10 subscribers in a month. I know you can do it.
make sure you guys like, subscribe, and notification
Share.
thing. Yeah.
Make sure to share. That's important.
Okay.
Noah, one more thing. What do you got?
My one more thing is that the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you.
Oh, what is like?
I don't doubt this, but what is it? Like really?
It's called Pepper X.
What a terrible name!
Yeah, and it has 3.18 million Scoville units, whereas the Carolina Reaper has just 2 million.
Oh my gosh!
That will kill you.
Wait, have you heard of the little nitro gummy bear thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like 6
Your
million.
dad had it, right?
Yeah, he had it, but he never even
Did he throw it away or
no,
something?
he just threw it away. Like Evan tried to do it as well, but he wasn't able to do it.
Okay.
9 million.
What
That
is
gummy
the little-
bear.
That gummy bear is 9 million.
9 million.
Oh my gosh!
It's so weird because gummy bears traditionally are like sweet, but like imagine biting into that and just dying.
You're just like, this looks like a good. You could prank your friends and just like have a bunch of.
That is
'cause
not a prank.
Oh my gosh! Like, because you could just fill a bag with them and they wouldn't even notice. Because it would like.
What if you put one in the entire thing of regular ones, so people were eating normal ones and then suddenly ate a spicy one?
And they like swallowed it and everything. They just started choking.
Is this bad that like a couple months ago I seriously had the thought of buying one and getting Jake to eat it?
Oh my gosh!
I seriously
Did you really think of that?
Oh yeah, I almost bought it too.
Jake would have
And
died.
did that.
What if I just didn't eat it?
You wouldn't know. I would buy a bunch more gummy bears.
Oh, so you had the same idea I had?
Yeah, I was actually gonna do it.
That's
Dang.
toxic, bro. Get it, toxic?
Toxic waste, really.
All right, one more thing, everyone. I'm going to start with the story, and
Yes.
you can continue
How we
it.
started.
Because the beginning takes us back all the way to 2018. It goes back that far.
I mean, yeah, technically for you guys anyway.
How News 101.
If you guys do remember this, they had like 80 views. So there's probably people who watch this right now who've seen it.
It's possible.
Probably like 2 years ago though, because you took it down.
Yeah, it's private.
Oh, that was what we were gonna do
Yeah.
for the 80 viewers or 80 subscribers in 2 weeks.
So 2 things.
But you didn't do it. So
80 subscribers,
darn.
Noah Riley comes on.
Yep.
80 subscribers. We also put How News 101 on.
No, I think we should do like 90. You know,
Okay.
because like the
Okay.
2
Give
weeks
us a
thing
goal.
was, like,
I like
a
it. I like
challenge,
it.
you
I
know?
like it. Now let's get back to how we started. Now,
Absolutely.
I'm sure Noah remembers this. In my garage, picture this. Green screen in the background.
Didn't even work.
Didn't cover the entire, here's how big the garage was. The green screen covered only about this much of it, so you could see like our fridge on the opposite side, and then a bunch of garage trash on the left side. In the middle, we had like an outdoor table with 2 football helmets, and then 2 chairs.
I mean, pretty legit setup, you know.
It wasn't too bad, but on one side sat Jake G. Roberts, and on the other side sat Noah Riley.
Just imagining it is funny.
But
Sorry, no, this
not
isn't
current.
Noah. Yeah.
Not current
This is
Jake G. Roberts
7th
and Noah
grader.
Riley.
This is 7th grade squeaker.
So instead
Roberts
of
and
me
Noah
being 15,
Hello, everybody.
Instead of me being 15, I was 12.
Hello, everyone.
I was 12 when this came out. I was 12, and Noah was 12 also. We were both 12-year-olds doing this.
Evan was also producing it, by the way,
Yes.
which was pretty funny.
Well, I mean, go back and listen to what episode was that? Was that, I believe 15?
I'm not sure.
15 or 16, and one more thing, we played audio from that.
Oh,
But it was
yeah.
echoey, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening.
I solved that problem.
Okay.
Maybe we'll play a little bit more audio in that next week or something.
Yeah.
Fast forward 2 years. It's Friday.
It'd be, what is it?
Well,
Friday.
Let me see when the date was that we you start discussing while I find the date of the first podcast we did.
All right, so let's just start this out strong. So, Jake has, if you guys didn't know, Jake has a extra channel called
It's Football Fan 102.
And he filmed videos with his little brother. And I mean that's kind of weird how News 101 came from, but he has one of those channels. I forgot what I was going to. Oh yeah. All right, so the filming in his videos, I said they were really bad, and he's like, "Oh, it was because Brett was filming." It's like, what? And
The date is September 18th, 2020.
so on September 18th, 2020, Jake's like, you know what? I'll just come over there and we'll make a movie by ourselves, right? And I don't know why, but we like kind of started planning it out, but we didn't really get there. And Jake thought, I think you showed me how News 101.
No, I
like,
did, and I had a
what is
mic
this?
with me.
Yeah,
I had our original mic. now
the Howepodcast 101 episode 1.
the episode 1 mic. Where we interviewed Uncle Rhodey, who we still have not had on the podcast. We need to do that at some point.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, the original.
But on that day, Jake's like, what if? Or I think we were both like thought about it.
I think I thought of it first, and I'm like,
actually, that sounds really fun. You know, we should do a podcast. We should start a podcast. And then we're like, how about we film it on Sunday after church, right? It's like, it was 3 days to prepare all of the equipment. No, it was 3.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
2.
Yeah, about 2.
And I think we had a decent show because
It was, it was good. So people said it was really, really good, especially for actually having like 2 days to prepare for this. You know what I mean? Like, we did really good compared to a lot of
Noah,
people.
find us audio of the first episode, please.
Oh my.
And just play the beginning part of it and make sure channel 4 is on the computer and unmuted.
Will do.
Thank you, sir. While he's finding that, we will show you the trash audio quality compared to now. But
Hello, everybody. My name's Lucas Mitchell.
that hasn't happened yet.
And it was like, hello, everybody. My name's Lucas Mitchell. It was like very echoey and stuff.
The echo was so bad. It was like, my name is Jake Roberts. Jake Roberts.
We filmed it in here, right?
Right here.
Yeah. And then I think we filmed like the other half inside my house.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we did that like for the second episode too. We kind of did because we would spend like hours figuring out.
It took us a lot longer back then.
Oh yeah. It took us like 5 hours to record like one segment.
But there's some inspiration, guys. You want to do something? Just go do it.
Yeah.
Figure out what you have. You can do it. I was lucky enough to start with a mic, but look what we have. Look at all the equipment we have.
We got cool mic stands because the other ones sunk, so we had to order new ones.
But these I think look good, and we also have Caesar.
Also, we have our 2 mics. We're using another one.
We have a webcam.
We have a webcam.
We just had the voice of the How Bulldogs, Monte Walker, on.
We have a pod track. Yeah, we just had Monte Walker on. The Monte Walker. And we've gotten headphones. You just pulled a bunch of crap out of your garage and just laid it on the table and was like, got it. Right?
It's improved a lot, and
oh yeah.
this just goes to show you that anything you want to do is.
Oh yeah.
That was episode 2.
I bought voice mod. And I wanted to use it so I could like do intros and crap like that, and put in a bunch of weird extra sound effects. I don't even use it anymore. Like, I was thinking I was gonna use it, but I just don't.
You spent like $25, right?
I have no friends now, so
You're too busy doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find episode 1 because it wasn't on here.
Yeah, it is. Go to videos. No, go to
it
YouTube.
wasn't. YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
Okay, continue.
You weren't
Okay.
on YouTube?
No.
That was this episode of How Podcast 101 is brought to you by
How Podcast.
No.
Wait, what was it?
We did that first, but then we redid that episode and it was like, this episode of How Podcast 101 is brought to you by Chill Out Shaved Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Locally owned and operated, going on 10 years. And it was like,
And it just like continued.
we thought it would be good.
Welcome. It
No,
was
I didn't
really
do that
terrible.
yet though. Like instead of welcome, I was just welcome. You'll hear in a second.
The
once he starts
terrible
it.
part is that everyone will watch that for. I feel like we should take off like half of our episodes.
No.
because everyone will check out the first episode, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is trash." They won't look at the other ones. They might look at like the cool visual podcast, right? They're like, "It's not as good." They'll probably like go to the first one, right?
Yeah,
it's not
probably.
as good. So like, our views haven't increased because of that. People look at our first episode and they're like, "I don't like this."
That's why we have so many views on our first episode.
Yeah.
But we're definitely better than I mean, I hope we are, but I'm pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
Noah, play our first episode. Go ahead.
All right. Wait, is it not playing? It's on the.
Oh, darn it,
Oh,
Noah.
okay.
Way to go.
Noah, change the input on the computer
Gotcha.
to Zoom P4 audio.
Yeah.
And
Greatest
pause that so it
engineer
doesn't
ever.
echo. It's okay. He's getting
Why
better.
would I do
We're
that?
pretty good. You know, problems happen, and frankly, we're still trying to get used to
Okay, ready?
what we got. You got
This
it?
really bothers
Yep.
me.
All right, go ahead.
I am doing really good, and I'm very excited.
Are you having trouble?
Actually, this
Did
is
it.
something I have wanted to do.
Turn that up, please.
7th grade, we tried to do it. It absolutely failed because we were squeakers back
That's probably not going to be loud enough, but that's just
Music.
Loud as I can get it.
and that's something
up the
that's
audio
going
on
to
the
happen,
computer.
of course, with
We're gonna get this
thing
sorted
they
out.
call middle school.
Uh-oh.
It's a rough time down there, and I think we should move on to what they're going to expect from us. I don't really.
Yeah.
I did want to mention that we are recording from the FBC House Studios.
Just a temporary name, okay?
Yes, yeah.
Not temporary.
The FBC How Studio. I mean, we did kind of. It's the FBC How Studios, not the FBC Studios. Got you there. I don't know. I guess
Why
we've
don't you
improved so much.
Why don't
Our
you
skills is
compare our
great.
audio? Well, you said so much. I was listening to
What?
episode. I was listening to episode 8 last night, and that was a good episode.
And why were you watching episode 8?
I don't know. I was just
'cause.
I was just interested in how much we'd improved. Or it was episode 7 actually, because that's when we played all the audio clips from the Howe versus Bonham game,
Oh yeah.
and I had to relive that depressing game. But
We also like skipped like 2 weeks. Kind of scary. You know, like we did one because you weren't
Yeah.
able to make it. We
All
just,
right.
like, played everything. All
if
the
you want
interviews
more
and
of our
stuff.
origins of the podcast and how we think it's going to go, comment down below what you think. Like the video, share it.
Make sure you like and subscribe and put that notifications or click that notifications bell on the right side of the subscribe button, and that way you won't miss another video. So make sure you guys go to the how101.com to find our merch. You can also donate there if you would like to, and give us your money. I said this one.
Oh, we
Got
were
you there.
so close. One
You
day
thought you could
you were
give
going to
me.
forget.
Nah, give us your money. Okay, so yeah, you can find more about us. You can contact us, and you can go through our the How Podcast 101 at outlook.com.
.com.
And
Okay.
you can contact there, and we also have open ad slots.
Our engineer Noah Riley told us that we should redo the ads. Like
Yeah.
not redo, but like
I really
say our
think we should,
sponsors
too.
again. Well, I think we might do that later, but
Yeah.
we are going to redo the ads soon with better mics and stuff, and maybe hire someone that's not just us doing the ads.
We're kind of not good at acting, you know?
That is facts. But we just need a different voice mostly.
Hello, everybody. Palio's Pizza tastes good.
There you go. There's your shout out for Palios. Palios is a sponsor. Also, Don's Smokehouse, Hannah's Cafe and Market, and FBC How.
And we have the
Medford Chiropractic.
and Family Wellness.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all we got. We need more, guys.
Give us your money.
No, you don't need to say that.
All right. I guess that's gonna wrap it up for me.
Coming up next on the How Podcast, though, this is a teaser for next week. We will be live at the First Baptist Church of Howe's Super Bowl party.
I'm here.
It will not be visual, but we will be live, so you should be able to have that aspect of that. Maybe we'll take some phone calls, interesting stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited for that one. But signing off for now, for me, Jake Roberts,
And me, Lucas Mitchell.
And me, Noah Riley.
we'll be back next week, everybody.